Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ASMR Cami YouTube channel. I'm going to try and keep this one soft spoken. Obviously, I'm not going to be whispering because it's not really an ASMR video, it's just more me updating everyone on my current situation, as it's been a while since I've done a health based video. Now essentially I have an absolutely enormous week this week. As you'll know, if you're a fan of the channel, I've mentioned, I've had liver disease, and I've got this nephrotic syndrome at the minute, this kidney disorder. The treatment for the nephrotic syndrome is a round of steroids. I was prescribed the steroids in February, but they said you can't take them yet because we have looked at your PET scan and we've noticed some abnormal lymph nodes in your body. These have stayed swollen the whole year. I had one of these lymph nodes biopsied. It was the fine needle biopsy, so they take a sample of the lymph node. I had that done in February whilst I was in hospital. It came back all clear, and I thought that was the end of it. I did another scan, and in this scan they noticed it's the one in the armpit was acting really weirdly. So they had that one biopsied, and that came back inconclusive. I think because it's a lot smaller than the one in the groin, it's that small, the struggle to get anything from it. Get another phone call. It's not even soft spoken anymore. This. We want to have the full armpit one removed rather than just a sample. We need to see what's causing this. We need to get a diagnosis. I go for my appointment. The surgeon says it's not palpable. It's that small. I'm not able to remove it. Another surgeon then, I'm sent to a different one. He feels it. He says I can do the procedure. Although I get a call again saying they're taking another one from my groin, but this time they're taking the full one, so it's not a sample. I'll be put to sleep this time. I'm having that done this Wednesday. So obviously this has been months of biopsy, waiting 2 weeks to see if I essentially have, because this lymph node biopsy is looking to see if there's any cancer cells in these lymph nodes. So my life has been, have a biopsy, 2 weeks, wait to see essentially if you have the C word or not, have a biopsy, C word. Now I'm hopeful now because they're removing the full lymph node that this is the last bit. But it's sort of sunk in the last few days how huge this is. Say we get the all clear, the year's going to finally take it up, I could start steroids, my kidney disorder will be treated, I'll start feeling stronger. I think, considering all things considered, I'm not sleeping, the liver disease, the only side effect that I've ever had with it is itchy skin. It was under control for a long while, but since this kidney disorder, I'm itching every night, I do not sleep. I have a consultant who's I need to get my meds changed and try something else to help get on top of this itch. So, considering I'm not sleeping, I've got this all over my head. I have been training most days at home. I have a football game tonight, 6-a-side, going training tomorrow. I'm still quite active considering, I still think I'm doing quite well considering it, but it is sunk in how huge this next few weeks is. If I get the all clear, I'll be on steroids in 2 weeks. I have a Salford appointment, dermatologist, at the end of the month. Obviously, I've looked at studies. Steroids can help with hair growth. You know how much it's affecting me, the hair growth. They can help with that. Or I can maybe start looking into this scalp micropigmentation. I can't say the word, where essentially it looks like a tattooed hairline. I think for a while I looked stupid, but it would be put an end to this alopecia series. I'd have to just get on with it then from now on. There'd be no more moaning, because part of me there might be times in my life where I'm not well. I have a progressive PSC disease. In 2 years' time, I might be in a bad way and need a liver transplant. So it feels stupid wasting times where I feel relatively quite fit and healthy, worrying about my hair, not playing my football, all stuff like that, letting it ruin my life, not dating, so many times. I've had quite a few times people, it don't bother me, I'm happy to go on a date, but because you can't go on a date if you absolutely despise the person you look at in the mirror, you know what I mean? You have to have that level of, you can't be, you know what I mean? You've got to go into it with a bit of confidence, and I've got zero of it at the minute. So, obviously on the other end of the scale, if this does show the worst, and it has returned, we're in for an absolutely horrendous end of the year. Probably chemotherapy, you know, months and months of being unwell, weak. You know, I work in a hospital, and I think I've had a bit of PTSD. I've been in hospital so long now. I don't want to work within a hospital anymore. So, you know, if everything comes back clear, I want to change. I want a new job. You know, I want to get away from all that now. But I can imagine it being quite difficult to find somewhere else, because you've got to remember, I've had a lot of absences. You know, I look unreliable. It's not my own fault, is it? But I do look quite unreliable. I've had months in hospital. You look at my CV and you see these gaps from work where I'm in the hospital for months on end. I'm not the most employable chap in the world. So we've got a lot of things on my mind at the minute, you know. Obviously the alopecia's still dictating my life. I'm not where I want to be. I'm 22 now. I want to get my, you know, a career on track. I want to be back in work. I want to be at work, you know, I want to drive. I want to, you know, focus on stuff like this. And obviously this all sort of this is all sort of down to this biopsy, really, what the results are. I'm very sorry, I think my nose is just running then. If it all comes back clear, we can start getting our life back on track. If it doesn't, it's going to be a bit of a stinker at the end of the year. It's just sunk in the last few days. It's absolutely huge few weeks for me. Obviously, if you're still watching, thank you very much. You know, thinking about little stuff like this channel, do I keep going with it? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I think it just makes you think, innit? When you're in positions like this. I'm doing this channel a good few years now. I'm sort of like, you know, wasting my time. Not that I put that much time into it, but you know what I mean. I don't know if people. I've noticed the last couple of months not been like that many views. I know, you know, you don't look into it that much, but like the channel isn't like on the rise, is it? So I don't know, do I keep going with this? I've just got a lot I need to work out. I need to, you know, yeah, got to take each step. I've started meditating, trying to get on top of stuff, like my mind overthinking. But yeah, I think we've just got to, at the minute, just got to get this biopsy done, see what it says, and then we go from there. If we can absolutely smash it and have an unbelievable end to the year, or it might not be some news you want to hear, but what can you do? Thanks very much for watching.